Hi there, Claudia from the Wee Garden Homestead here, and in the kitchen again today. And today I'm going to be making Pico de Gallo. We're going to have some chicken nachos tonight. I made some roasted chicken last night in the oven, and I've got some leftover. I'm going to pull that and make some taco meat, and then we're going to put that on there on some chips and some cheese and some Pico de Gallo and some sour cream and all kinds of goodies. So welcome to my kitchen, and let's go make some Pico de Gallo. Okay, so for Pico de Gallo, basically you just need some tomatoes. I have a jalapeno from the yard, some garlic, some onion, and I like to use fresh cilantro. However, I don't have any fresh cilantro right now, but I do have some frozen cilantro that I froze in an ice cube tray in some, this looks like regular cooking oil, like vegetable oil. I prefer olive oil, but I was probably out at the time. It works just as well. I chop it up, pack it down in the tray, pour the oil over top, and then I freeze the whole ice cube tray, pop them out and put them in a Ziploc in the freezer. And then when I need them, I just pull them out. So that'll be enough, started to thaw a little bit. That'll be enough for my Pico de Gallo today. The only other thing I need is some lime juice, and I like key lime juice. I'm in Florida, so key lime juice is always good for me, and a little bit of olive oil. And I'll probably throw in a little bit of pepper. Some people throw in a little bit of salt, but I figure my taco meat is going to be salty enough. I don't need to add salt to my Pico de Gallo. I'd like to keep it more on the fresh side. I'm going to be using the Vidalia Chop Wizard today. It works amazing, and I'm going to get started. So basically I'm just going to use, the big one for the tomatoes. I use the little one, it mushes them more than cuts them up. I'm going to take the core out of there. Of course, everything goes to the garden. Slice these probably about 1/4 of an inch. And it's not really that hard. Don't miss some of the core on that one. That one had a bigger core than usual. And my Chop Wizard pops them right through. I love this thing. I got this on Amazon. I can put the link in for you if you are interested in getting one. It takes a lot of time off the process. Skin side down, I discovered after I used it the first time. I'd gotten all the way through and realized that it wasn't chopping very well. So skin side down is the way to go. I'm going to do this one too. We got a couple of months before the nice tomatoes come in the garden. We're in zone 9B, South Florida, so our growing season is a lot different than a lot of people. But those jalapenos are doing really well out there. I have one plant, I've been getting a lot of jalapenos off of them. We don't eat a lot of hot peppers, so one plant with a few jalapenos a week is plenty for me. Oh. All right, so there's the tomatoes. How nice that looks. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to switch to the smaller grid for the jalapeno. I don't need that. That can go in the sink. For the jalapeno, and the onion. So I know I should be wearing gloves. Everybody tells me to wear gloves when I'm cutting jalapenos. Honestly, I never have. I've never really had a problem. Now, we're wimps here, so I do take the seeds and that little membrane out because that's where the real hot is. But other than that, I don't really worry about it too much. I'll be careful later. They smell really good. They smell almost like a bell pepper. They're not very spicy from my garden for some reason, and I'm okay with that. A little bit of zing is okay. I don't need a whole lot of onion. This was some onion I had left from last night, and I'll probably use the rest of it tonight in the taco meat to go on my nachos. That and a little bit of bell pepper I think I have left in the fridge from last night too. Just to zing up my chicken a little bit. Give it a little pizzazz. So I'm going to cut that. Actually, there we go. Makes that so easy. Let me see how much onion's in there. I think that's a lot of tomato. I might put a little more onion in. Maybe another slice. And all of these trimmings go out to the garden. I've got a black soldier fly bin out there. The chickens love to eat that. The black soldier fly larvae are great composters. So that's a win-win for me. I've just got this garlic. I think I need a different knife for this. And again, if you've seen other videos, you know I like to chop my own garlic. I know I can buy it at the store. It's easier. Once in a while I do. But I just prefer the fresh. Only takes me a second. A lot of banging going on in the kitchen. It takes my take my anger out on the cooking. How's that? I'm gonna give this a pretty good chop here because I want it to go all the way through. That looks pretty good. I'm going to put that in there. Get that in the sink. Put that in the sink. Onion and jalapeno. My cilantro, which is all thawed out, just a few minutes on the counter here and it thawed right out. Rinse my hands off a little bit from that garlic. Maybe just a little bit of black pepper. I don't really measure anything. I do it all to taste. Put it, if you like black pepper, put a little more in. If you don't like it, leave it out. Probably about a teaspoon or two of lime juice. Put this back in the bag so I have it for dinner later. Go back in the fridge. And I give it a stir. Now there's a little bit of oil in there from the cilantro. The lime juice keeps everything fresh. It adds a nice little flavor to it. You could use lemon juice if you don't have lime juice. I've done that. It's a little different, but it still tastes good. A little bit of olive oil. Probably maybe a teaspoon plus the teaspoon that was in the cilantro. Give it a good stir. And give it a taste. Oh, that's a nice bite. That's got a lot of jalapeno in it. Woo! That jalapeno had more heat than I was expecting. That tastes good though. I'm going to cover this up, put it in a covered dish, put it in the fridge. The flavors will meld together a little better. Wow, that was a hot jalapeno. I might add a little more lime juice just to cut that a little bit. That's why I chopped the jalapeno tiny. We're spicy wimps here, so in the small bites like that is better. And once it is on the nachos, it won't be so much because you'll get a little bit in a bite with a bunch of other things, some chips and some cheese and some chicken, and it'll be great. So that's it. That's the finished product. Looks great. I can't wait to eat later. There we go. Quick and easy. People don't realize how easy some of the things that they love to get from their local restaurants are. I mean, really, tomatoes, onions, jalapeno, cilantro, lime juice, olive oil, maybe a little bit of pepper. Doesn't get much easier than that. And, you know, for me, in the wintertime, I'll have more things from the garden, but at least the jalapeno was from the garden. I am cooking from the garden. We're a little slow starting this year, so that's how I feel about that. Anytime I use something from the garden, that's a win. The cilantro was from the garden from last year, and I froze it when I had it, so because it doesn't grow very well here in the summer. It's just a little too hot. So that's what I got. Pico De Gallo for my chicken nachos tonight. Also will be homemade. I love chicken nachos. I love to go out and eat them, but nobody makes them the way you want them better than you do. So that's it for me today, and I'm going to sign off. And all I got to say is, you know what? Go grow something.